Audiophiles don't listen to indie music. Definitions. An audiophile is someone who appreciates very high quality sound reproduction at home and can afford it. Indie music is made by musicians who are not contracted to one of the big three record companies or any of their labels. Indie musicians may not even have a label, hence are truly independent. Something to admire there, I think. Now, you might quibble over the details of my definitions, but I wanted to make my point quickly. Please comment your quibbles though, and I might make another video about them. So, if you're an audiophile, you will need a very high quality sound source. Okay, I know that for you, the highest of high quality is vinyl, with a turntable of at least Lynn Sondek quality, at least. This video is not for you. Still here? Okay. By high quality source in the context of my thoughts for today, I mean a 24-bit source. It would be nice if it were 96 kilohertz, but it's nice to have something to look forward to in the future. So I'll consider streaming. Yes, I know I could consider other high-resolution sources. So-called high-res only has to be 20 bits, did you know? And only 48 kilohertz. These are minimums, of course, but professional recordings are always made at 24-bit resolution. Anyone who would record at 16 bits is either crazy, can't afford a computer more recent than 2001, or is seeking some kind of vintage digital sound. Oh, 32 bits. It's a long explanation, but it doesn't sound any better than 24. And, in fact, isn't any better apart from convenience during production. There'll be another video for that. So you're streaming from Tidal, Amazon Music Unlimited Ultra HD, Apple Music High Resolution Lossless, Spotify. Oh, Spotify. No sign of lossless yet, so not audiophile. Spotify apart, it seems that things could hardly get any more perfect. 24-bit lossless audio from your £27,000 streamer into your £110,000 DAC, into your £66,000 amp, and for the speakers, well, £288,000 should just about cover it. So yes, things could hardly be any more perfect, and you appreciate every last molecule of resolution that you're getting. No, every last atom, every last subatomic particle, every last quark. And if you're loving it this much, here's why you shouldn't listen to indie music. Now, think of a truly independent musician working from a bedroom, which is where much great indie music is made. It doesn't hold Phineas and Billy back. How does that independent musician get their music onto streaming services? Well, one thing they can't do is go direct. Streaming services don't want that. Too many musicians, too much work. So they only accept music via distributors. So our independent musician will sign up with a distributor to release their music. The distributor makes money from a combination of subscriptions, upfront fees, and or commission. Now, one of the more popular distributors is CD Baby. The clue is in the name. They started in the heyday of the compact disc, 1998, in fact, well before streaming was even practical, let alone popular. So they're based around CDs, and, if I may offer what is merely an opinion, their feet are stuck in the mud, antediluvian mud approaching fossilization. To submit your music to CD Baby, you have to upload it in CD format, 44.1 kilohertz, 16 bits, archaic. You can, if you wish, upload MP3s, which I think is an indicator that for CD Baby, the present is stuck in the past. Why do musicians use CD Baby? Well, the combination of price, performance, features does have a certain appeal compared to the competition, and the CD format uploads have to be balanced with those. And CD Baby is generally regarded as one of the leaders in independent distribution. So as an audiophile who's paid £500,000 Great British pounds, I've added a few thousand for the cables and stands for your system, and heaven knows how much in acoustic treatment for your listening room. If you listen to indie music, you are very likely only to be getting CD quality. This, may I say it simply, is not right. Many will undoubtedly say that CD quality is good enough. Well, if a 24-bit master is converted properly into 16 bits, then the quality should be very good. But clearly, if the original recording is made with 24 bits, those 8 extra bits are there for a reason. One, of course, is convenience. You don't have to worry so much about recording levels or the level of your mix before mastering. Convenience is valuable because many of these indie musicians are not audio experts, so there has to be some wiggle room. And there's a lot of processing going on in recording and mixing. Best for any artifacts of that processing to be down in the bottom 8 bits, where they won't be heard. But would anyone make what could possibly be the best recording of the decade and deliberately master it to 44.1 16-bit and leave it at that, the final and best version? No, they would master it to the best standard 24 bits, then convert it, hopefully retaining as much dynamic range as possible without exceeding -1 or -2 dB true peak. It simply can't be denied that there's quality in the original that's lost in the conversion. Hard to hear perhaps, but being an audiophile is all about being able to hear things that are hard to hear. Do you want more? Probably not, but here's more. Dither. The problem with digital audio, one of the problems some might say, is that right down in the least significant bit, that bit is switching on and off, according to whether the original analog waveform just triggers it or just doesn't trigger it. It creates a pulse waveform from the original smooth analog. Indeed, the form of digital audio that we most commonly use we call pulse code modulation. This now creates distortion, and compared to regular analog distortion, it's harsh, and it can be apparent to the ear even at very low levels. The solution is to add noise at a very low level, which we call dither. This, when done properly, completely eliminates the distortion and replaces it with noise. Don't worry, it's at a level so low you're extremely unlikely to hear it, but you possibly would hear the distortion. In 24-bit audio, the least significant bit is at such a low level that many will say that dither is not necessary and, in fact, can make things worse. But for 16 bits, there should be dither. So, our indie musician, does he or she know that dither should be used? Can they do it right? It isn't difficult, but you have to know you should use it and know how to use it. If CD Baby would accept 24-bit masters, then there would be less to go wrong. Not nothing to go wrong, but we'd get closer to the musician's original intentions and what they heard in their bedroom while they were creating their art. So, dear audiophiles, when you listen to indie music and you're enjoying highly resolving sound in your insulated and acoustically treated listening room, your highly resolving system may have less to resolve than you thought. Your choice, therefore, must be to listen only to recordings that approach the quality of your system, or accept that you're listening to inferior masters and most of that $500,000 dollars that you spent was wasted. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Phil, Audiophile. I listen to indie music on my highly resolving system, which, by the way, far exceeds the meager value of your examples. My system uses AI to interpolate the missing data by researching the artist's posts on social media, analyzing their motivations, and creating low-level information based highly accurately on that. In addition, my psychoacoustic processor can recreate a bedroom studio environment so indie musicians truly can be heard as they were meant to be heard.